Okay, so we have seen how the relative layouts and the weights can be used and how the gravity can be used. So let's check the margin now, because we want to accomplish this kind of layout, right? There is space in between these components and it look good also, because this is not how the designing should be done. So to each view there is one more attribute, which is margin and padding. Okay, so basically margin is given outside the view component. So for example, this is your view component, and we have seen that every view component is a rectangular shape, and into that it is rendered. So this blue thing is the rectangular shape of that view, this blue outline, okay, this blue thin line. Now when you use margin, the space is given outside this blue line or this border, and when you give padding, that space is given inside this border. Okay, so for example, if I give margin here, which is 10 dp, so you see the 10 dp space is given from all the sides to this view. Okay, so from outside that space is given, and to this view if I give padding, see that padding is given inside. Now you cannot see the padding to this element, because it will not accept the padding, but we will try to give this padding to some other element. So for example, this view, if I try to give the padding, one second, so if this padding, it is not working. If I write something here, okay, so see this, if I write 30 dp padding, this padding is given from inside. Okay, and if I give this 30 dp margin to this above view, so margin 30 dp, so you can see that 30 dp margin is given from other sides. 1 2, see if I remove this, it will again show the entire width, but 30 dp margin. So you can see this 30 dp is in padding is given from inside, and this 30 dp is given from outside. Okay, so padding and margin is the difference. Padding is used for some other requirement and margin is used for some other requirement. So here in this case we will use margin. Now you can see if I type margin here, it will show me some specific attributes related to margin. So like margin bottom, margin end, horizontal margin, left, right, start, top, vertical. So you can give any particular margin also. Okay, so right now I will give here 14 dp. Okay, now let's come to this measurement 14 dp. So if I write 14 and if I press control space here, okay, it will give me possible options what we can use. Okay, so here dp is density pixel. Okay, so what is dp? So dp is nothing but density pixel, density independent pixel basically. So what is density? See, in normal screen, or you have different Android screens, right? As you can see here also I can show you different screens. See, pixel 7, pixel 4, now they have written 420 dpi, 560 dpi, 420 dpi. Okay, so these are the configuration with the resolution of the screen. So every device have different densities or different pixel ratios, or you can say different resolutions. Okay, so normally in medium density, which is 160 dpi, 1 dp is equal to 1 pixel. Okay, so for example, this is just an example. Okay, so if I write 160 dp here, okay, not here, as a width, if I write 160 dp as a width here, so you can see only this much area is being captured by this view. Only this much area is occupied by this view. But for medium screen, it will occupy the entire width. Okay, so if I want to check what is the width of this screen, so I will try to increase this one by one. See, 400, it is also showing some space. Okay, so if I go to 420, okay, it is going outside. I will write 410. Okay, 411. Okay, so now 411 is coming somewhere nearby. Okay, so like this, every screen have different resolution. So this dp, what it will do, it will convert it. It will convert it according to the length, according to the width, or according to the dpi ratio. So for 160 dpi, for medium density, 1 pixel equal to 1 dp. So dp, it will do what? It will automatically calculate that number according to the resolution, and it will give you the proper result. So if I write 14 dp here as a margin, so you can see how much space is being taken by this margin outside this view. It will be taken nearby same or equally same for other screens also. Okay, not for every screen, but for most of the screens. So that is why dp is used. Okay, here you can see there is one more option, inch, mm, point, pixel, sp. See, sp is basically used for text only, text size. Text sizes are always recommended to give in sp, and other view sizes are always given in dp. Pixel also you can use, but as I said, 14 pixel, or see, 140 pixel margin for this view is this much, for this screen is this much, but 140 pixel for some other screen with highest resolution will be different. So your results will be very different from this screen, right? So that is why dp is used. Now I'm giving 40 dp to this view and 40 dp to this view. As you can see, some space is coming outside, right? So 40 dp for this, 40 dp for this. Now this same I will give for this also. So here what I will do, I will first rename this, and I will give margin 40 dp, margin 40 dp. See, now they look good. They look very good. Suppose I don't want to give this margin from every side. From left and right I want to give 14, but from top and bottom, or for top, I want to give something else. Okay, so what I will do, here I will write margin horizontal first. Okay, so horizontal margin is given, and margin top I will write, and I will write 30 dp. So for top it is 30, and for left and right, which is horizontal, it is 14. You can use this also, or you can give margin to single side only. That is also possible, no problem with that. Okay, so right now I am giving this 40 here. Okay, so this is how my screen is complete now. My screen is now complete. So I have created, one second, now I will just reformat the code. Okay, I will go to code and reformat. Okay, so now I have created my layout with, this is my component tree, and into my component tree you can see parent layout is something, input layout is something which is this, bottom layout is something this. Okay, so this is how I am creating my layouts. Now if you want to provide some background to this, no problem, you can provide some background to this. So for example, if I provide background like this, gray, and to this if you want to provide background something different, let's do this hashtag d3d3d3, but here I will do some darker background for this, not the same. So I will do this, or I can do, let's go for the blue, this blue color. Okay. See, I can do this also. Okay, so this is how you create layouts using linear layout in this kind of thing by using this margin. Now see, if you want any information related to any component in Android, there is only one cheat sheet, or there is only one source, which is developer.android.com, which is the official source. If you go there, you will get every information you want. So let's just have a look for linear layout there and check what it is saying. So I have opened my browser and I will go to developer.android.com. So this is the page we have opened last time. You remember when we were downloading the Android Studio, it was a setup. Okay, now what I will do is, here this is somehow complicated, so I will just go to google.com first and I will type linear layout Android documentation. Okay, so see, it will take you to linear layout documentation. Okay, everything it is saying, this is not documentation, this is the tutorial they have given. Okay, let's go to documentation. Wait, another link will be, yes, this is the documentation, the official documentation. Here you can see linear layout, which extends the view group. That means it is a class of view group. By default it is a class of view, then it is extending view group, then linear layout. Okay, so this class is extending view group, this view group is extending view, as we have seen in the definition also. So here every information it is given. Okay, how to use it they have also given. Okay, then you can have this XML attributes here. These are the important XML attributes you can or you should use with the linear layout. Okay, after that some constants which are used for linear layout, then constructors, and then the methods. Okay, so if someone asks you what will be the value for orientation, what are the possible values for orientation, right? So here I will try to search orientation on this page. Okay, so here one orientation they are saying, one more orientation I want to see, get orientation, and let's see one more, set orientation. Yes, set orientation is also there. Okay, so see, for orientation, should the layout be a column or row? Okay, so column means your vertical, row means horizontal. So int pass horizontal or vertical, default is horizontal, value is horizontal or vertical. If I click this, it will show you the value also. This is this constant value, horizontal, this one. Okay, so this is how you should know what they are giving you. Okay, now for gravity, see this gravity, they have written bottom, center horizontal. So for center horizontal they have written place object in a horizontal center of its container at not changing its size, right? So clip horizontal, clip vertical, end, fill. So these are the possible values you can set for gravity. Okay, so this is how you can learn about any component in detail. You don't need to go on any other website. This website will tell you everything you need. Okay, so let's stop here, and let's have a look with the another layouts in the next session.